7 at their own 27-yard line.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, when it's on the ground.
Easy. Here we go, Scott. 58, hey, Ken.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And it's a short one here. Complete to his tight end. And they get him down the number 4. Takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go.
Fields. Now a running. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the second down. Here is third and quite a ways.
Don't jump.
Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got it. Complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's good for a Jets. First down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go. Up, turn off, right.
To throw is Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Fields going to run. And it's a big caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And again, good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but now the boys across the 35. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing second complete. That's Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
To me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson. It's complete to Diggs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Down the left sideline. And for the Ravens, touchdown. Derrick Henry, 54 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. 39-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some...
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
Well, this had trouble waiting all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dive set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Make it on!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Here's Jackson to throw. He dumps it off to Henry. They'll take it in the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that brings their lead up even further.
Jets 7.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part of it. And for him, because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Back to throw, Fields. And it's a short one here. Complete to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3rd catch in this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
11.
Now Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Just win. 3-19, let's go.
Now it's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they'll automatically bring in pressure.
And they got the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. And they get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And 2nd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of
Play
8.
number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Here we go, son.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
3rd and 2.
No muss, no muss. Right?
Fields now to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
The try here for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Real quick.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Line.
Well, this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And they've got it inside the 10 at the end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and he goes for a 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before the break. Fields. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Winner go home. That's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks. Going out to Miami, particularly if they would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
They'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down, giving this one after about the 35.
That's good. Baltimore, first down.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was up a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The short throw caught by Andrews. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Jackson going to shift him around. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards.
Now an audible here into something else.
First down.
Throwing is Jackson. And he caught by the big tight end Andrews. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
That's another Baltimore first
Now
down.
Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. Beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up
Look to throw. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Jets 14.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Here we go, side. Green 19, tonight.
Here's Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now Fields going to run. And finds some open field here. And
take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. And a man that puts him in stride. That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Fields. Throwing for the yellow route. He finds Wilson. He's got room to roam. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 36 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Jets.
Fields trying to throw for him. And this is going to be close. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a one-score deficit. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back. So here's an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And certainly worked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
A gain of 12.
To throw is Jackson. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprising face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll try to run forward, Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to troop a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Jackson now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. It's now third and goal.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they go for 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Jets 22.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way up to the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down
inside the 20. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Here we go.
Fields. And this throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Fields.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. To the races, down the right side. Inside the 10. And for the Ravens, touchdown. Mark Andrews saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be fun. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
22.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now Fields going to run. And that is caught on the right sideline and out of bounds. Line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Here we go. Chips, green, go.
To throw is Fields. He's going to walk through on deep left side here. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.